Hello! I just thought I would share something with you that I've been learning about recently regarding probiotics. I'm always looking for a way to get that good, healthy gut flora in my digestive tract to help with my digestion, which seems to be really sensitive to things. And so I've found it in some foods, some fermented foods that I've just recently gotten into. One of the things that has probiotics that a lot of people use is yogurt, but yogurt also has a lot of sugar in it, and sugar is actually acidic and it causes the good bacteria to die in your gut. So it's a better idea to eat plain yogurt if you take yogurt for probiotic purpose. The first one that I want to show you is called Kefir, and this is water kefir. There's a dairy version of this that you can get. You can buy the kefir grains online. It's a living organism, and they're little polysaccharide houses that hold like 50 different good microorganisms. And those microorganisms feed on sugar that you put in water according to the recipe that the company that sells it to you would give you. And they're pretty cool little things. I'll bring them over here to the camera up close so you can see what they look like. They kind of look like, I don't know, they're kind of rubbery. And they're the granules, they reproduce. I have like twice as many as I did just a week ago. So I'm going to have a lot of extra to share. If anybody knows me and you're in the neighborhood and you want some water kefir grains to try, let me know. I'd be happy to make up a sample for you. So once they're strained, either in a nylon type of strainer like this or something stainless steel, because you have to protect them. They're living organisms, so they can't come in contact with things like aluminum that would leach into them, and then you'd end up consuming the aluminum. Once you've strained them, then you can put them back in your jar and start another batch, and then the water that you take off of that has all those good bacteria in it for your gut. And you can bottle that and let it sit on the counter for 2 to 5 days, and it'll get all fizzy, and then you can put it in the refrigerator and have a nice cool beverage. You can also add fruit to it and ginger and things to make it taste delightful. But that's the first thing, and that one's maybe a little bit more time consuming, or you have to be more careful with that because you don't want to let these kefir grains die. You don't want them to dry out. You don't want them to be too hot. And you just have to take care of them. This one is a vegetable ferment that's already done. Vegetable ferments are really, really easy to do. All you have to do is make sure you have the starter vegetable like cabbage, which has that natural probiotic in it from the soil that it was grown in. So buy organic cabbage if it's available for you. If it's not available, you can probably use the regular stuff. Add a cucumber if you want. That also has really good starter probiotics in it. And when you shred up your vegetables, you can choose whatever ones you like. You can put in carrot, ginger root, fresh green pepper, green beans, just about anything. And whatever you like to eat, that would be what you'd want to put in your vegetable ferment. Then if you do a quart, then you would put in 1 tablespoon of salt and then fill that quart jar up with water. And then you have to seal it off with a lid. You don't let air get to it, as opposed to kefir grains. They need air, and I cover that with a paper towel and a rubber band so that it can still get the airflow, but no dust gets inside. Vegetable ferments need to be covered up. And as they sit on the counter for about 3 days, you will see them start to bubble and foam a bit. Not to worry, that's actually the good bacteria growing in there and eating the sugar in the vegetable and giving off all, reproducing more bacteria. And it smells kind of funky, but it doesn't smell rotten. If it was rotten, you wouldn't be able to eat it because it would taste so bad. But it actually just smells kind of pickled. And if you put onion or garlic in there, it's going to be a little stronger. But actually this one that I did here has some onion and ginger root, carrot, and cabbage. That's all that's in it, and it is absolutely delicious. I love the spiciness of the ginger root and the onion, and I can enjoy that while I'm eating my probiotic. And you only need to take about 2 tablespoons at every meal, and that would provide enough probiotic to help you with your digestion. Probiotics also help to bring the pH down in your gut, so if you're eating a lot of acidic foods, you want to try to eat those at a different time than when you would eat your vegetable ferment. And then this one is a new one that I've tried, and I tasted it tonight. It's a little bit on the salty side, so I'm going to post another link to a recipe for this one that isn't as salty, and I'm going to give that one a try next. But this is called beet kvass. Kvass has a connotation with an alcoholic beverage, but it is actually not alcoholic. It's a blood tonic, and it's made from beets, and you can't really see them too well in there, but there are some chunks of beets in the bottom, water, salt, and a little bit of water kefir or some other type of ferment liquid that you can put in there that gives that lactobacillus starter. That's the type of bacteria that you grow in a vegetable ferment. And you let that sit on the counter for a couple of days. The website link that I'm going to give you says 7 days, so I'm going to let this one sit a little longer and see how it does. But I wanted to also talk to you about salt, because that topic comes up with vegetable ferments. You're going to be using salt in these, so you want to make sure that you use unrefined salt. And it's kind of funny nowadays, everybody's like, sea salt, use sea salt, but all the salt comes from the sea. You want to make sure that your salt says on the container unrefined, unbleached. You don't want it to have any additives to it, and you also want it to say on the container that it has trace minerals, because there's some good things, minerals from the sea that we can benefit from that we don't get in our other foods. So that pretty much covers the ferments, and I'm going to also put a link to a video on the blog that's a scientific explanation of why we need probiotics. It's an amazing and informational piece of work, and it's done by a doctor. It will help you understand how intricately involved your healthy gut flora is with your immune system. If your immune system is down, then your gut is letting larger proteins get into your bloodstream, and those proteins can cause an immune response. They can cause your body, when it attacks those, to attack other parts of the body that look just like the protein, and you can start getting allergies to things. So it's really important that you get probiotics in your system, and especially now during cold and flu season. So I would encourage you to take a look at probiotics. If you don't buy them from a company that provides them in pill form, you can make them at home, and it's really inexpensive. They're easy to eat. They go right alongside of a meal, and it's not really a comfort food, but it is encouraging to know that when you're taking a couple bites of something, that's going to help your body feel better. Have a good day.